Can you say that one again? I'm listening.
4 is the path. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path.
Okay.
Buddha.
Cool.
The path to enlightenment is an endless process. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. Eventually you'll become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. Truth card.
Interesting. It's so pretty. I love the artwork. That's very interesting.
And then I drew 5, pure understanding, 4, 5.
Oh, that is interesting. Okay. I love it when that happens.
5, pure understanding. The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure. Sooooo, which is the person who did the deck.
Sooooo. Oh, I like that.
The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure. When you take away the personal stories and fears created by the mind and strip away the toxic emotions of anger, self-doubt, and frustration, you can look at what is happening quite simply as it is. That's the purity card.
Very powerful considering everything we've been going through lately. Perfect. Thank you. I love your shirt, by the way.
17 is Dharma.
17.
Dharma can only be learnt by direct experience. It educates the heart and liberates the mind. Sooooo. Again, her. Buddha. Sooooo.
That is neat.
Anyways. Dharma can only be learnt by direct experience. It educates the heart and liberates the mind. Sooooo. Dharma, or divine wisdom, is a heart and mind system of learning. With your heart open, you can be aware of the universal truths amidst your struggle and suffering. It gives you the power to turn experiences around, knowing that there is a purpose to your life that is gently unfolding. This is for contemplation.
Okay, and what's that picture? Ooh, I like that one. I could totally... that's the kind of picture I literally would stare at and contemplate. So I get it. That's cool.
Contemplation.
And what's the last one again? This last one we're about to do is collaboration, or... Yeah, that one. Cultivation? Cultivation.
Something to cultivate.
Gotcha.
In this case, 32. Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back. And choose the path that leads to wisdom.
100%. That's so smart right there. Okay, keep going.
As the Buddha taught, wisdom is the actual means by which we can purify ourselves. Just knowing this brings calmness and then faith, and eventually it brings truth to the light.
Cool. And what's the picture? I like that. That's very interesting. Those are really pretty. I appreciate you letting me videotape you.
You're welcome, love.
It's just interesting because of considering everything we're, the journey and path we're currently on. With all this spiritual enlightenment, which literally is the first card you drew. And then, what was the second? Pure understanding. What is that one again? It is the...
Purity card.
No. But what was it again? I don't remember.
5. Pure understanding. The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure.
Heart becomes... That is so true, because that's what's part of my path. That's part of what's been literally happening. That's bizarre. And then 17 is Dharma. And you've told me, what's Dharma again? Is that like the same thing?
Divine wisdom is a heart and mind system of learning.
Dharma? Dharma is what?
Dharma, or divine wisdom, is a heart and mind system of learning.
That's fascinating.
With your heart open, you can be aware of the universal truths amidst your struggle and suffering.
That's very
interesting. It gives you the power to turn experiences around, knowing that there is a purpose to your life that is gently unfolding.
Interesting. That's interesting because the next card's wisdom. And Dharma means divine wisdom, right? Isn't that what you just said? That's just interesting, that's all.
So it says in the book, it's the 5th realization of the Buddha when he became enlightened.
Oh, neat. Dharma.
Divine
Okay.
Wisdom. It was the 5th realization he had about the universe.
I get it. Okay.
So in here, Dharma is a heart and mind system of learning. With your heart open, you become aware of the universal truths within your struggles and sufferings. You also come to understand that you have the power to turn these experiences around, knowing that there is divine purpose unfolding. So that...
Interesting.
It's actually different from what they say here, but I'll continue with the book.
Yes.
The intelligence of the heart can see beyond the value system of the mind. By contemplating the universal truths and applying them to your own experiences, your heart will clearly understand the reality around you and purify your perceptions. As a result, you will be able to love the world as it is. In the realization of the Dharma, there is always lessons to be learned. You become the faith student as you strive to understand the rises and falls that have made up your precious life.
How interesting.
By seeing the truth in Dharma, your heart becomes wise, kinder, and more loving towards the world, and especially yourself.
That's very...
Peace radiates from within you. Reflection. Do you learn more in times of difficulty or when life is easy?
Difficulty.
Action. Contemplate the possibility of becoming an eager, fresh student in every event of your life.
I love that, because I always have been that. I've always been learning, but I'm just like, it's just so potent, because that's poignant. Poignant? Why not potent? Is that not a word? Am I making
pertinent?
Pertinent. I'm combining words, making my own shit up.
Do you want me just to start going through these?
If you would like to.
So, truth cards, the 4 noble truths.
Okay.
3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth.
Cool. Sun, the moon, and the truth.
Buddha. The truth card. By the way, Buddha, that's just a title that many people have had over the years.
I think I remember you saying that before. Okay. Buddha. Yeah, I know I haven't really studied up on Buddhism much, so I'm sorry and I'm listening now. Let's keep going.
Sharing it with you.
I appreciate you sharing it with me.
The truth cards present the most fundamental of Buddhist teachings, the 4 noble truths: suffering, the causes of suffering, the causes of suffering, the end of suffering, and the path to end suffering.
I see.
Each of the 4 noble truths set clear instructions for the actions and thinking needed to free us from this path of pain and suffering. Understanding, letting go, realizing, and cultivating. These actions can turn human suffering into valuable lessons, freeing us to walk the path of enlightenment and live a fulfilling and wakeful life. So we did 4 cards.
Yeah, we did.
Understanding, letting go, realizing,
and cultivating.
I know.
Understanding, letting go, realizing, and cultivating. That's what he said.
These actions,
yes,
different cards,
yes,
can turn human suffering into valuable lessons, freeing us to walk the path of enlightenment and live a fulfilling
No. Speak it louder. I couldn't hear you.
Freeing us to walk the path of enlightenment and live a fulfilling and wakeful life.
That's fascinating. That is so on point.
How to work with the truth cards. To inquire about a painful feeling or emotion, simply draw a truth card, allowing yourself to connect with the Buddha's image that is most appealing to you.
I like it. So you look at the pictures?
You look at the pictures
Oh, that's
first,
cool. Okay.
flip it over,
That's cool.
intuition.
Buddhism Reading Cards. That's cool. I love this.
By reading the insights, you can diagnose the root cause of your pain, and by doing the work needed, you can understand, let go, and release the pain, and reveal the doorway to your own Buddha path. To cultivate the truth, draw a card and consider the insight on the back of the card. Refer to the detailed wisdom in this book specific to the card to go deeper and understand the universal truth.
I see. Because just make sure I am following correctly. So what this facing this way is the correct way. That's supposed to be like the up, facing up, and then that's the back of the card. That's so cool. Okay, I get it. I love that.
Reflect on the truth within your own experiences. Do the action to reveal the hidden truth.
Ooh, I love that too.
Because, like, oh, that's right, in the book it tells you the action. So,
okay.
I drew 4, the path, the 4th noble truth. This is the last 4th noble truth.
Okay.
Well, last, but no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path.
Yep.
Buddha created the Noble Eightfold Path as a series of steps or daily spiritual practices that, when followed, can release us from suffering and attachments. leading us to greater happiness.
Yeah.
See the purity cards for a deeper explanation, which we'll get there.
Okay.
Using these practical tools will enable you to create a different perspective. You will see things with a fresh eye, and your new perspective will create the outcome that your heart is longing for. As you practice these processes and travel the path to self-actualization, your dreams can become your reality. The path is not a quick fix, however, and it won't provide you with an instantaneous answer to your difficulties. Nor will conflicts just fade away. But if you are willing to practice the wisdom in the purity cards, your truth will be revealed.
Okay.
Be aware also that the path to enlightenment is an endless process.
Yes, I
You
know.
have to practice diligently and with discipline.
Fair.
But eventually you will become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way.
I feel like that's where I'm at. I'm
Stay
getting
on
to
the
that
path,
part.
do the practices, and process your experiences with this new perspective.
Okay.
Awakening is not something to attain in the distant future, but a way of living in the now. It is experienced moment by moment on the path.
Yeah.
Reflection. Are you feeling stuck with the same habitual thoughts, reactions, and actions? Action. List at least 10 things you can do differently right now to create better feelings and outcomes.
Okay. 10 things. Let's go. Here, you want to hold it to me? Or you want to just go all the way through? I'm just going to forget. That's why.
No, that's what the book is here for.
Do you don't want to talk them out first and do it? You just want to read it all the way through?
I want to read it and explain it.
Okay.
And then do the actions.
All right.
We got other actions we got to do.
Okay. I just wanted to do it all in one session, but...
The purity cards, the noble eightfold path. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. Buddha. The purity cards present the fundamental principles of the noble eightfold path. These 8 daily practices heighten the purity of your wisdom, as well as ethical actions and awareness. They set a course and wise actions for you to embrace your Buddha nature. When your intention is pure, you can see truth as well as reality for what it is.
Interesting.
The pathway will then be created for you to navigate into your spacious heart, where peace, happiness, and love are the foundation for all the solutions you are seeking to your challenges. The Noble Eightfold Path lays out clear guidance for your daily practice to transcend your challenges in life no matter what the circumstances. This path of practice will gently take you back to experience inner freedom and enable you to love life again.
Yeah.
The more you practice these principles, the more your habitual impulse to react from a space of the ignoble,
Ignoble? What's that?
and undignified will be diminished, and the more awakening moments will flourish.
I see.
The more you practice, listen to the words, the more you practice these principles in these purity cards, the more your habitual impulse to react from a space of the ignoble and undignified will be diminished, and the more awakening moments will flourish.
I see.
Ignoble as in not as noble, not as honest, not as true.
Yeah.
You have to look up the word exactly.
Oh, look.
Just from that context.
I didn't even realize I could switch it to me so I could be talking like this and then videotape as needed instead
How to
of...
work... Yeah, sorry.
You're going. Your turn.
How to work with the purity cards.
Okay.
To purify your actions, thinking, or interactions, simply draw a purity card. Let your inner knowingness connect to the Buddha image that is most appealing to you.
Interesting. Okay.
Your inner knowingness to connect.
That's this one, right?
The purity is the
Oh,
blue.
we're still in purity. Sorry. What?
How to work with the truth cards. The first one.
Okay.
To inquire about a painful feeling or emotion, simply draw a truth card.
Huh.
Allowing yourself to connect to the Buddha's image that is most appealing to you.
Yeah, and that was your most appealing one, and you ended up drawing it anyways, or maybe you did it on purpose.
To purify your actions, thinking, or intentions, simply draw a purity card. Let your inner knowingness connect to the Buddha image that is most appealing to you.
Okay, yeah.
Inner knowingness.
Which is intuition. Same thing, right?
Buddha's image that is most appealing. So appealing, physically appealing. Inner appealing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Quietly contemplate the wisdom on the card that, as it applies to you and your situation. To go deeper, refer to the card-related detailed wisdom in this book. Reflect to the truth within your own experiences and do the action to reveal the hidden truth. What?
Wisdom? You drew that card.
Use the purity cards
Mm-hmm.
daily to build your strength and create your own life. As you
Perfect.
do, you will notice solutions appearing and challenges disappearing in the generous space you have created by your own practice.
Thank you.
When your actions, thoughts, and words are of pure intention, they benefit your well-being and that of those around you. To cultivate a noble character, draw a purity card each day for a month. Focus on embodying the wisdom of the card during the day and practice a noble act at every opportunity. Heighten your awareness of your actions.
What is he doing? What you doing over there? My dad was doing that all last week or the week before. Well, if he can figure it out, good luck. I just felt it on my shoe. He got it all the way over here. Stop. Stop it.
You ready?
Shit. Sorry, I forgot we were videotaping. Yes, go.
To cultivate a noble character, draw a purity card each day for a month. Focus on embodying the wisdom of the card during the day and practice a noble act at every opportunity. Heighten your awareness of your actions, thoughts, and feelings, and purify your motivations and thoughts mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. At the end of the month, you will realize the power of your efforts and gain new wisdom from cultivating your noble character on this Buddha path. So we got 5.
Yes.
And that was the first purity card.
Oh, really? Interesting. You haven't read that yet. You were just explaining it still. Okay. My bad. Dang. Go.
5, pure understanding, the first noble eightfold path. So I got the last and the first.
That's very interesting. Huh.
The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure. So Fan said that one. When there is confusion, you cannot clearly see what is happening to you or to the people around you. Strong emotions and judgments, either good or bad, right or wrong, gain or loss, have created a distorted view of what life is presenting to you.
Yep.
By practicing pure understanding, you are required to take out the personal stories and fears created by the mind and strip away the toxic emotions of anger, self-doubt, and frustration associated with what has happened.
Huh.
You are then asked to look at what has been happening simply as what it is. You can then look at the same event, but this time with the wise understanding of knowing exactly what happened to you and the people around you.
Yep. Exactly.
A completely different perspective and insight may cause you to see new meanings.
That's totally
Confusion
happens.
will be replaced with clarity. Frustration will be replaced with compassion. Self-pity will be replaced with certainty. When understanding is processed solely intellectually, logic is used as the basis for reasoning. And the only important person to be considered most likely is you.
Very
This
interesting.
creates isolation and confusion.
That's so interesting.
Alternatively, you can look closely within yourself and take the understanding deep into your heart, allowing the positive forces of kindness, generosity, and compassion to be part of the whole process. With a broadened perspective, your spacious heart and reasoning mind will take everyone's feelings and circumstances into account simultaneously, making a win-win situation the only acceptable outcome whereby everyone will benefit and be nurtured.
That's literally what I've been trying to do.
Reflection. Have you ever felt that even though you fully understand something intellectually, you still experience confusion?
Dude, we both can answer yes to that. That's what miscommunication is.
Action. Write down a personal story that pains you, then use just one word to describe the emotion that caused you the pain and release the painful emotion.
Dude.
Can you see the simple truth after the emotion is gone?
I see why you want to do those next. I didn't realize they take a second. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And now we have the contemplation cards.
Correct.
Contemplation cards, the eighth. Contemplation cards, the 8 realizations. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts.
Correct.
With our thoughts, we make the world.
Yep.
Buddha. The contemplation cards present the 8 fundamental realizations in the Dharma, which is divine wisdom.
Yes.
in the divine wisdom.
Divine wisdom.
These are the essential ingredients that can turn your difficult experiences into rich wisdom, releasing you from struggles with reality and from your own illusory mental constructs. Life is a series of self-realizations on the path to liberation. In this way, you expand and gradually change your thinking, ultimately removing all mental blocks and reuniting with the reality that you live in. Your connection to these universal truths will open up your own inner knowingness to the answer to any adversity. Each of the contemplation cards gives clear insights for consideration and offers pathways for resolutions to be revealed. How to work with the contemplation cards. To remove mental blocks and reflect on life's essence, simply draw a contemplation card. Let your inner knowingness connect to the Buddha image that is most appealing to you.
Okay.
Quietly contemplate the wisdom on the card as it pertains to your difficult experiences, removing any mental blocks as you do so.
Okay.
Resolutions will be revealed within you. To go deeper, refer to the card-related detailed wisdom in this book. Reflect on the truth within your own experiences and do the action to reveal the hidden truth. To remove a major life trauma, draw a card daily. Deeply contemplate the wisdom on the card during your meditation practice until you truly realize the law of the universe.
Very neat.
In this contemplation practice, the misconceptions of the mind will soon dissolve and negative emotions will be released as you reestablish your connection to your own Buddha nature.
That's very powerful.
To go deeper, refer to the card-related detailed wisdom in this book. Reflect on the truth within your own experiences and do the action to reveal the hidden truth.
Okay, and this one was 17.
Dharma. Divine wisdom. This is the 5th realization.
Okay.
Dharma can only be learned by direct experience. It educates the heart and liberates the mind. Sooooo. Dharma is a heart and mind system of learning. With your heart open, you become aware of the universal truths within your struggles and sufferings. You also come to understand that you have the power to turn these experiences around, knowing that there is a divine purpose unfolding. The intelligence of the heart can see beyond the value system of the mind. By contemplating the universal truths and applying them to your own experiences, your heart will clearly understand the reality around you and purify your perceptions. As a result, you'll be able to love the world as it is. In the realization of the Dharma, there are always lessons to be learned. You become the faith student as you strive to understand the rises and falls that have made up your precious life.
Interesting.
By seeing the truth in Dharma, your heart becomes wise, kinder, and more loving towards the world, and especially yourself. Peace radiates from within you.
Yeah.
Reflection. Do you learn more in times of difficulty or when life is easy?
Yeah.
This is where I stopped and went back so I could start from the beginning.
Yeah. It's still difficulty. That's always the answer to that
Contemplate
question.
the possibility of becoming an eager, fresh student in every event in your life. And I love that.
That is
very
cool.
simple. See, that's a very simple action. To approach everything with an eagerness and happiness. And
that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Call it what you want. Hyperness, enthusiasm, delusion. I don't care, but that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Anyways, next.
These are the cultivation cards. These are the 16 virtues.
Okay.
When you come upon a path that brings benefit and happiness to all, follow this course as the moon journeys through the stars. Buddha. The cultivation cards consist of 16 virtues which are inspired by the 10 perfections, the 7 factors of enlightenment, and some other most valued virtues in Buddhism.
Okay.
These virtues are useful tools in cultivating the illumination of the mind and the heart. When practiced every day, you will find your mind, body, and spirit working together harmoniously and in peace. You will also discover that awakening is no longer something outside of you to be achieved in the distant future. Instead, it is a process whereby your own innate Buddha nature is slowly revealed through daily effort, concentration, and focused awareness. Cultivate and nurture these virtues as you would a garden.
Okay.
When you understand that these practices bring perfection, you become daring, free, and fearless.
Okay.
You will be the dreamer who dreams awake, and your dreams will become the reality that you live.
Dude, that's totally happening to me.
How to work with the cultivation cards to remove negative emotional forces and cultivate your Buddha nature.
I love that.
Negative emotional forces and cultivate your Buddha nature.
I know, I heard you, but I'm saying it's saying to remove them, how to remove them.
This is how you remove them. You
Exactly.
simply draw a cultivation card. Let your inner knowingness connect to the Buddha
Right.
image that you're drawn to most strongly.
Correct.
Quietly contemplate the wisdom on the card, cultivating the intelligence in the heart and growing your Buddha nature. To go deeper,
Let's go deeper.
This is most effective when done every day for a month. Focus on your mind's natural tendency to react to daily challenges and consider how you can resolve your challenges in luminous new ways.
I love that. Let's do it, and you want to do that together. That's what you were saying.
This is wisdom. This is the 12th virtue.
32.
Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom. Buddha. Buddha taught that wisdom is the actual means by which we purify ourselves. Just knowing this brings calmness, then faith, and eventually truth. So, yeah, that's what's fascinating right there, is that truth is over faith.
Yeah.
To cultivate wisdom, the mind is trained to become quiet amidst the changing nature of all things, including external stimulants and an inner dialogue. This stillness connects us to the natural laws of the universe, expands our awareness, and leads us back to the sacredness inside where peace overcomes fear. Meditation is one of the easiest and most profound ways to get in touch with your inner wisdom. Yoga, walking in nature, art, music, in fact, doing anything you love are all effective ways of reaching this inner wisdom. Wisdom comes when the heart understands what the mind can't fathom. You will discover a supreme clarity, seeing things as they truly are, and acting with integrity as your impeccable words and actions lead you to overcome life's challenges effortlessly. Reflection. Have you ever experienced a strong calling to act on something that didn't make sense at the time, but eventually led you to an extraordinary experience?
Right now. That's what I'm going through.
Write down 3 aspects of your life in which you are feeling stuck. Now use the wisdom you have gained to find a solution for them.
Cool. Okay, so my thought, hold on. My thought is I'm thinking that I want to save those cards that you pulled, Adam. I'm talking to you. I'm just recording, but I'm talking to you. Okay, so I want to save those cards that we pulled, and obviously you could save the books, but I want to deep dive. I want to go into and then when we get home, if you're okay with that, and videotape us explaining what we did, like the example, just because I think it would be beneficial. Because what I'm thinking, just for those, because I'm going to post this in my Facebook group, my Facebook group, and then eventually I'll edit it for YouTube, I think. But because you're teaching people how to do Buddhism, you're teaching me, and I'm videotaping, therefore you're teaching it other people.
I want to read this too.
Oh, you got more? Okay. There you go.
This is going to be something from the first page, and then the last couple of pages.
Okay. Do you want to hold it? Like video it, like turn the camera to you?
I'm too self-conscious for that.
Okay. Well, can I take a drink first?
That's fine.
Thank you. All right. I'm ready for you. Ow. No,
So we're going to do the introduction and then the about.
About?
Introduction. By your own efforts,
Sorry. I said I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready.
That was me. I had stuff in my mouth.
Oh, well. Okay, go.
Introduction. By your own efforts, waken yourself, watch yourself, and live joyfully. You are the master, Buddha. Divinely inspired by the fundamental universal laws embedded in the core of Buddhism, these cards will help you foster an understanding of this ancient wisdom. As you become familiar with the cards, you will find that this wisdom is not only practical and easy to access and cultivate, but you will notice that it brings peace, love, and happiness into your life. Above all, the cards offer you a fun way to return to your true nature, the one you were born with, the Buddha nature, one that is open, joyful, pure, luminous, intelligent, and naturally kind and compassionate.
I love that.
While navigating your way back to your true nature, you will travel the path of awakening. As you do so, you will learn to appreciate your and others' true beauty. Elevate love and respect in all your relationships and be filled with peace and love for yourself and the world. You will also find that you will more easily appraise your emotional and spiritual strengths and weaknesses, effortlessly dissolving negative thoughts and emotions, as well as freeing yourself from mental limitations. With your mind open and your heart tender, the Buddhism reading cards can help you on your path and bring you closer to your Buddha nature. So about Buddha. Born Prince Siddhartha in a little kingdom where Nepal is today.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember how to say it, because I know I've heard it. Gautama.
Okay.
Close enough, probably. Gautama Buddha grew up in a tremendous luxury in royal palaces about 2,600 years ago. It had been prophesied that he would one day become a great spiritual teacher or a great compassionate king.
Interesting.
His father, the king, naturally wanted him to become a great king and tried to confine the prince inside the beautiful palaces so he would never see any kind of suffering or distress in the real world.
Interesting.
Indeed, until he was 29, around him there were only beautiful people and things. He never saw old age or sickness, ugliness, or death. He went on to live an opulent royal life with his wife Yasodhara and son Rahula.
Oh, he had a kid?
Apparently. His curiosity about the real world, however, finally led him to wander out of the palace to make his own good fortune. As he did, the Prince Siddhartha encountered a senile old man, a sick man, a corpse on its way to the funeral, and an ascetic. Ascetic?
Yeah.
A-S-C-E-T-I-C.
Let me see.
Ascetic.
Ascetic?
No, it sounds like
I know what I see. I don't know how you say that.
He truly was in the real world for the first time. After seeing all this suffering, Siddhartha thought of his life, of material comfort and refined beauty, and let me start that over.
You're good.
He truly was in the real world for the first time. After seeing all this suffering, Siddhartha thought his life of material comfort and refined beauty had been a waste. He became an aesthetic too. I'm pretty sure it's a religious thing.
What?
Spiritual thing, actually.
What?
An ascetic too, seeking to discover what there was beyond sickness, old age, and death, poverty, and pain. Seeing the suffering in the world was the beginning of the Buddha's quest to find a cure for healing the human condition, and led him on the path of enlightenment, which he attained after 6 years of contemplation and meditation. When he awoke from his meditation, people asked, "What are you? Are you a god?" "No," replied the Buddha. "Are you an angel?" "No." "Then what are you?" they asked. "I am awake," he replied.
Wow. Powerful. And truthful.
And it's in bold letters, too.
Huh.
His quest transformed him from the royal prince Siddhartha to Buddha, one of the greatest spiritual teachers throughout the ages, and his father, wife, and son all became his disciples. Buddha tirelessly traveled and taught Dharma after his enlightenment.
That's cool.
Until his death at age 80. In his teaching, he stated, "If it were not possible to embody peace and freedom and compassion, I would not teach you to do so."
Yeah.
But because it is possible, I offer these wisdoms for you. I offer these wisdoms.
Yeah.
Open hand. Your Buddha nature. As you begin to play with the Buddhism reading cards, you will start to develop an awareness of the beauty within your true nature and intuition. By choosing the Buddha image on the card that you most connect with, you are in fact trusting in the intelligence of your heart, safe in the knowledge that the true answer lies within. As you develop in self-realization and dare to show the world who you really are, the true answer to your problem will emerge from the depth of your being, a place that is naturally pure, full of wisdom and love. Buddha never put much emphasis on belief alone. Instead, he encouraged us to try and understand the reality of our own being and how our mind works. He never insisted that we had to learn what he was, what a Buddha is. All he wanted was for us to understand our own nature. That's what I keep pointing out to you.
What do you mean?
According to our nature and how you
Our?
Your nature, my nature, our
Oh,
combined
human
nature.
human nature, our nature, human nature. Okay.
Exactly. In fact, Buddha saw himself as a human being like all of us,
Yeah.
as well as a teacher. Moreover, he strongly believed that every man and woman can become a Buddha by applying similar wise thinking and effort. The Buddha's wisdom therefore encourages you to believe something is true because you have seen how it works and have observed that that very thing within yourself. Your truth comes from your own life experiences. And the more you allow the intelligence of your heart to flow softly into every aspect of your life, the more you will experience your own Buddha nature, one that is interconnected with the universal wisdom of love, peace, and happiness.
Wow. That's
Mindfulness.
awesome.
Mindfulness training as a way of checking in with your mind, your thoughts, feelings, sensations, and emotions.
Yeah.
And understanding that you are not these unceasing activities. It is as simple as pausing for a moment and concentrating the mind. Focus your energy and direction on the present moment. If you feel anger, depression, or stress, try not to identify yourself as angry, depressed, or stressed. Instead, recognize that these feelings are merely energies that come and go. Accept each and every one of these energies without judgment and let them go.
Absolutely.
Ram Dass likes to say, it is all free energy.
That's fair.
It
Makes
is all
sense.
free energy.
Well, it will. You're making me have thought. I need to elaborate real fast, okay?
I'm going to finish the paragraph. Or are you going to forget?
I will,
Okay.
probably.
Go.
You just finish it. You already. Finish, go. And then ask me.
Accept each and every one of these energies without judgment and let them go. You can imagine them drifting off on the wings of a bird, or as a leaf falls from a tree, or as the water runs out with the tide. As we detach from identifying with these emotions and practice letting these and the many other emotions, bodily sensations, and thousands of thoughts we have in a day go, you can consciously reconnect with the sacredness of life.
Is that it? And my parents just got home, so I guess... Good video. It's almost 40 minutes. Thank you for being my narrator and explaining it to me because I didn't know. You've been wanting to teach me Buddhism, but you haven't because I've been resisting it, I guess. What? You need to say more?
Sooooo Chan.
Okay, hold
Put all
on.
this together. Let's move anything
Well,
else.
I'm just curious. Okay, go.
Painting is a form of meditation for me. When I am truly in tune with what I am painting,
Hi.
the inspiration begins to flow and the paint takes on a life of its own,
That's so true.
effortlessly appearing on the canvas. In
I
this
love that.
artistic, meditative state, I love to focus on bringing out the feelings of love, happiness, and peace,
Huh.
using my artworks to build the invisible bridge back to our true nature.
Interesting. So she's an artist. So she painted all of these, probably.
I think most of them.
That's cool. That's really cool. I love that. What's her name again?
Sooooo Chan.
And wait, show me the cover of the book.
Did you get those snacks?
No, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, thank you again. I'm gonna stop
Sooooo
it.
believes that art,
Or
the
not.
adventurous life, creative writing, and spirituality all originate from the sacred place deep within us, from a longing to return to the sacredness of our true self, which has fueled the passion, the time, the inspiration, and the energy needed to create these Buddhism reading cards. Namaste.
Namaste.